the takeaway from the last really few months, and certainly the last year, is how this media landscape has completely shifted. It is unbelievable to see how once august institutions of journalism have now completely collapsed and crumbled under new ownership. It's amazing to see the existing owners now understanding that in order to succeed and thrive, they're actually going to have to be transparent with the American people and their consumers. The stats on this are absolutely stunning. I've got so much in front of me regarding just the media. And I don't like to do a lot of media navel gazing, but this is unbelievable what the new owner of the Los Angeles Times, he's been going all over. He's going on Fox. He's going on podcasts. We'll have to get him on the show. This new guy, Dr. Soon Xiong, he has been doing interviews and saying everything from, I don't think we should endorse anybody. Furthermore, our former endorsements were big mistakes. And, oh, by the way, that RFK guy, he's not so bad. In fact, I think he knows more about science and vaccines than a lot of doctors do. I want to start with it. This is the owner of the Los Angeles Times. We're going to start there, talking about what a mistake it was to endorse the now acting mayor who's letting her city burn down to the ground, Karen Bass. This is clip 13, fellas.
So at the LA Times, we endorse Karen Bass. I think right now in front, that's a mistake, and we admit that. So I thought it was very important early on for me to come out. And I think we were one of the few to say competence matters. We got maybe 20, 23 million views to show how that was really dear to the heart of most people, whether you're right or left. And it's an interesting thing is that maybe we should think about how we elect people on the basis of, did they actually run a job? Did they actually make a payroll? Do they understand what it is? And rather than having professional politicians whose only job is really to run for office. There's nothing, I'm not trying to be disparaging, but I think we're at the stage now of the nation and the world, and there's many things we'll talk about even in healthcare, that you really need people to understand how it affects a man in the street, how it affects the working type of person. And I think President Trump in this election has understood that, and he's become truly a Republican Party, as you said. He's become the Democratic Party in terms of addressing the problems of the man in the street.
Yeah, no, you haven't hit your head. That is the new owner of the Los Angeles Times. And, of course, everybody that works for these papers, I guess if you want to call them that, now they're online, whatever, for the most part, they're hemorrhaging, they have been hemorrhaging subscriptions. All of the people, all the left-wing propagandists that have been writing for them, they're all quitting and leaving. You probably heard Jen Rubin at the Washington Post has now resigned. Oh, no! Whatever will the Washington Post do without Jen Rubin? I mean, things were going so well there anyway. Now, she's mad, and they're all mad at the Washington Post, all these left-wingers, because Jeff Bezos, the guy who owns them, has been down at Mar-a-Lago talking with Trump as well. They finally figured out that if they're going to actually reach people in this century, now that it's 2025, they're actually going to have to pretend to be somewhat objective. They're going to have to pretend that 77 million people in this country actually don't see the world the way they do. They're actually going to have to pretend to do journalism.